Good morning. Welcome to 3-Minute Manna. It is good to see you this morning. I hope you're doing well today. Our reading this morning comes from Matthew chapter 5. In Matthew chapter 5 at verse 8, in the middle of the Beatitudes, in the middle of the blessings, the Lord is going to teach them, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." It is very much a question of motives, of what we desire, of what's going on in our hearts and in our minds. We know from James chapter 1, when it talks about temptation, we read that each man is tempted when he is drawn away by his own desires and is enticed. So the question is, what do we desire? Do we desire what God desires? Or are we going in two different directions? In Matthew chapter 6 at verse 22, we read this. In Matthew chapter 6 verse 22, it says, "The lamp of the body is the eye. If therefore your eye is good, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in you is darkness, how great is that darkness?" You cannot see that which is holy if you love that which is unholy. It is simply impossible. If you and the Lord are not on the same page, if you're desiring two different things, then you are not pure in heart. You are loving something that is unholy. The very next verse in Matthew says, "No one can serve two masters. He will either hate the one and love the other, or else he will be loyal to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon." It is impossible. You cannot see that which is holy if you love that which is unholy. Only the pure in heart can see God. In 1 John chapter 3, at verse 3, we read, "And everyone who has this hope in him purifies himself just as he is pure." Right? Everyone who has this hope in him repents of his sins, turns from his sins, confesses his sins, and God is just to forgive him, we learn. The verse right before this in 1 John 3 at verse 2 says, "It has not yet been revealed what we shall be, but we know that when he is revealed we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is." We shall see him as he is. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Everyone who has this hope within him purifies himself. And it is God who says, "I will remember their trespasses no more," as we turn from our sins. Hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this study. I hope you tune in tomorrow morning. God bless you. And as always, be a blessing to someone else today. And be thankful to the Lord for what he has blessed you with spiritually and physically. Thank you for studying with us.